and stuff.
Well, I just do that every day. Make something up.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And you keep it. I mean, stored.
Yeah.
Later use. Yeah.
Well, I don't think I'll ever use any of this stuff.
No.
I don't know.
We'll see.
Yeah, I just don't worry about it, right?
Exactly. Have fun,
Well, not even fun. I just do it because that's what I do, I guess.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I don't know. Everything's so like. I gotta get your face back. My computer's going so slow. I wonder why. And now it's all frozen. Let's see if we broke it. Here it comes. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
There it's going again. There you are. It looks like I gotta reboot my computer. It looks like we're all working now. For some reason the computer's just going so slow right now. I guess it's like remembered everything that's been going on, like the government tracking it, or something. Like we're broadcasting, like what are they doing? Like they're supposed to be watching Bad Guys, and they're like, what are these people doing with all this bandwidth, like for hours on end? This communication, he's talking about politics and playing, and then they go to watch me, and they're like, this is kind of interesting.
Yeah, and they get into the show, like
they're like, I like that. That's what I was trying to do. It's like keep it entertaining.
I have the best job ever, and watching that TV,
They're just like, this requires more research, and the next thing they'll be like they'll be down at the bar or something, going, hey, I really want to meet you. Can I get your picture?
I need extra fundings on the dead TV people.
Yeah, exactly. I've got to go to Europe and infiltrate this cell. I've got to go to Europe and infiltrate this cell.
I need a hotel, good hotel in Berlin. Tickets to some concerts.
Yeah, we've spotted some of their operatives
with flashlights in the backyards.
Evidently, there's a clandestine meeting. Some agent named Anar is coming over.
Yeah.
For Primal Scream, whoever they are.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just, another million, no problem.
No, they just print up money.
Yeah,
Isn't that the coolest thing about being in the government and being a spy? Like, they could go, oh, well, we have to spend all this money, like they pretend. They're like, it costs millions of dollars to do this thing, when all they have to do is just print up fake money, and they're like, oh, we need to have a new police car or something, like special car. They just go to the place with fake money and give it to them. They're the government. It's like, who's going to fucking say anything? They do that in Afghanistan all the time. They buy up all those warlords, like, don't shoot at our guys, we'll make this deal. We'll pay you, you don't have to deal with those guys anymore. They just give them fake money, because none of those guys can get to America. And all America has to do, it doesn't hurt their economy, because all America has to do is go, no, that money's fake, we're not taking it. Those guys don't know. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah.
So they're just like, they just give them millions and millions of fake money. And they're just like, we'll pay you $3 million not to shoot at us. And then those guys just trade fake money around, and that's what they've been doing.
Yeah,
it's so hilarious.
Money.
And I also thought it was funny when they kept saying, like, England's like, because they captured all this money. England was actually printing up the Libyan money, and they stopped them from shipping it right when this all went down. So it wasn't about riots, but they were like, oh no, you can't transfer those funds. We're seizing those. So they had these like $9 billion in Libyan money, right? So what did they get to do with that immediately? You could just like have your secret guy land with a helicopter with $1 million, and you're just like, we're gonna pay you not to shoot us here, with their own money that they just stole, that England's actually making. So you don't know how much money they could just all of a sudden pull up with 20 billion, and just go like, okay, this war's over. Here's some money, They just make it up, and then so. Then Libya's like, oh, well, those guys had a bunch of our money in England. They're like, oh, yeah, we just made up some more. Here, take it. It's like, so funny.
Yeah, it's a funny world. We should, not take it too seriously.
Well, I take it a little bit serious, but I mean,
it's good, but also have, humor.
Yeah, well, I think it's kind of hilarious because I'm sinister. Like if I see like I was reading Daily Mail because you know my wife reads that magazine. It's really bad. The website. It's really like for dumb people. But it's a lot of it's make believe news. You know, kind of. Or they just make it sensationalized. A lot of it's not true, or it's to make you angry. You know, kind of thing. And from England for these people, they love that. So they're saying like, shoot, what were they talking about yesterday? Oh yeah, I saw this article, and these Chinese people all went to this dam on the ocean, this like water break where the waves get big on a full moon and everything at a certain time of the year, and they come crashing over the cement, you know, and it's like really crazy. Like they really get big and they come flying up in the air, you know? So like thousands of people come to watch this. And here it comes. Oh no! It just washed us over the side. It's like every year they get to watch this big waves come and about 500 of them get knocked over the side by a giant wave. And they're all like, the policemen are trying to grab kids and everybody's being swept away by the water, you know, like almost gonna die. And I just laugh. I'm like, oh yeah, you go down to the ocean to see some giant wave. And I also laughed like when the tsunami, the Japanese thing, you know, it took like 20 hours to get to America. And like, so those idiots were down. The one guy was down on the coast. He's like, yeah, I'm going to go down to the beach to watch the tsunami come. And he goes out on the rocks and it just knocks him right off. It's only 3 feet tall and he dies.
Yeah, oh wow. Did that happen?
Yeah, it happened.
Oh.
But it was only like 3 foot wave. But it was enough to like, it was enough to knock an idiot off a rock by the water when he's holding his iPhone to film the tsunami.
Yeah.
So for some reason when that stuff happens, I always laugh.
Yeah.
Because it's kind of funny.
Yeah, it is kind of funny. You know, people like, you know, should know better. Just like, but you know, it's life, isn't it?
It is. It's like sacrifice them to the god of water or something.
Mm-hmm.
But I think it's
it's like the soul like coming into this world at this time. Okay, now I'm gonna learn how to die. You know, watching a wave. That's gonna be my lesson for this life.
I find it hard to believe that any lesson was learned. It's like, oh, here comes the wave. Here comes the wave. I'm dead. I'm trying to stay a ghost so I can get my friend to update my Facebook. I'm dead. Like I'm always joking in my mind, you know, being silly. Like at the end of the world, I want to watch the Facebook wall. Oh my God, I'm dead. Last update. That's like going, and it's going around the world. It's like, oh, I'm dead.
Oh no! Or like, oh no! Hello, is somebody there?
On Facebook?
One guy left somewhere.
On Facebook?
You know, I have a question. Let's say a major disaster will happen.
Yeah.
I mean, the internet, it would, I mean, does it stay on like through satellites still if you have the electricity, of course, you know?
Now check this out. But they have recorded everything. Every single thing. Every single thing that's being done through the networks is being recorded. Every phone call, every single thing, all of this, right? And it'll always be there.
Yeah.
But check this out. Are you ready for this?
Okay. Yeah.
Evidently, with nobody around,
it doesn't exist.
No, but after a certain amount of time, really quickly, they don't even know how to deal with this. All the atomic plants start blowing up with nobody there to flip the switches. Like even on to maintain the things for the coolant. Yeah.
So we become that and alive in the computers. Yeah.
Well, that's what they're talking about. Like there's some that TED. There's that internet thing TED where all these smart guys talk all the time about everything in the world. There's like 900 talks. They're like a couple minutes long a piece. People talk about ideas, but it's like, you know, like for the future and society and for things. But yeah, and also like you can't get that stuff off of Facebook, you can't eliminate your profile or any of that stuff that anything that's ever been said. You know, it's really weird because the other day that guy Gusti that passed away from Sweden, he somebody just tagged him in a photo, or got automatically tagged from somebody, and all of a sudden, you know, like he was up on my Facebook wall, and I'm like, this is so creepy. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because it automatically tags people. So even if like one of your other friends, right?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? If they don't have all that tagging shit turned off, if they just load up a photo, right, of anybody, and the computer recognizes anybody or claims to recognize somebody, all of a sudden it'll just say that account, even if it was shut down, was just tagged in a photo. So anybody you even know, like, that was ever on Facebook, right? And all of a sudden it'll pop up on your wall and just say that person was just tagged in a photo, like if they were ever your friend or something. Isn't that weird?
Yeah.
Real creepy. So I just saw this pictures of them start popping up, and I was like, this is so weird. Like, who's doing that?
Yeah.
And then what, his mom has to look at that stuff? I guess she controls his site.
No.
Too bad. Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know what to say.
Really? No, Alzheimer's. No, don't know.
That's so cute. Let's see if, here, I'll add one of these screencasts. Let me see if this works. Add a new screen recording cast.
Well, you always stop the other turn.
So I'm adding a little microphone. Kid. That's so cool. That's really cool.
But that's me. Right? That's him. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
That's some crazy stuff.
Yeah.
I think it's so weird that he's up there in the tree. I think it's so weird. Yeah, I like it like this.
Yeah.
There's little skulls everywhere, right? It's not making any more noise. Must be time to go. Maybe I'll play a song.
You have to, so, you know, he does it.
I know that we were talking for ages just to have that happen. Almost 2 hours.
Almost. Again, he's really doing that. 1 hour, 54 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Well, I wonder how we're gonna kill 5 more minutes to make it even 2 hours of talking.
We do that.
Okay. Well, what are we gonna talk about next?
He's going crazy now. We need to end this with something. I don't know. Do you have any ideas?
Well, I've used up a lot of ideas today. I think I started pretty early.
Yeah, you did. You've been on for a long time.
Like 12 hours.
Mm-hmm.
I played a lot of music.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not a big deal. You know, like, if somebody says, well, all he does is fuck around on the internet, I'll be like, yeah, but I also put out 300 songs or more so far. Easily, way more than that.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, I've been everywhere.
Yeah. 12 hours.
Well,
Beb says 12 hours. Wow.
Yeah, that's okay.
Yeah.
It really doesn't matter to me. See, I don't know. I'm so weird. Like, I don't like people, and then I like them enough to do this.
Mm-hmm.
It makes me laugh a little bit.
Yeah.
Just chilling.
Mm-hmm.
Chillaxing.
And some people call
People could check in and check out. I didn't even care. I haven't even been paying attention how many people are come and go.
no, I mean, it's almost midnight, and it's like 36 viewers. That's good. And also, I mean, it would be. I mean, 50 is good, you know, but if it becomes over like 100 or something, then the chat room just goes like very fast, and so it's a good size.
Yeah, but you can slow that down if you want to. I think.
Oh, okay.
I can slow the chat room down, where it makes it so you can only type so quick.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't know.
Mm-hmm. But
sometimes I wish maybe somebody will call in and they'll be like crazy or like
like complaining.
Yeah, that's really weird when people call in and they talk about when they're depressed.
Yeah.
And you're like, wow.
Yeah.
Because everybody's depressed on different days.
Yeah.
So I'll be like, well, I don't feel that right now.
Yeah.
It's so weird. I guess it's better that way.
Yeah.
So you don't even need to have like a solution for people, like to solve their problem.
Just listen.
Yeah, that's like the best thing that we can possibly do.
Yeah. Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah. I'm gonna buy some paint, and I'm gonna paint the studio a bit, clean out some old stuff, and Artie, you remember my friend?
Sure.
He's moving out. He's gonna work from home now, so I have his room like cleared again. So I'm gonna do some painting in there, and get ready for winter.
Very cool.
Yeah. So and maybe have some more paintings in the gallery.
Get back to that?
No, I mean just like winter is more.
Good time for that.
See more art, and then maybe like more T-shirts in the summer when the tourists are around.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does.
Well, some people want to buy stuff for Christmas, don't they?
Yeah. I mean that's like also a big month. So.
Well, it looks like that we're going on tour. It's going to be us and.
And that's Skeletons.
No, it's us and Ravenettes.
Yeah. Okay.
For Australia.
Yeah. Okay.
Australia and New Zealand.
Yeah. Probably when I go on tour, it's going to be us and Simon.
I wish you guys would go. I wish everybody would get together.
Yeah, I mean, we're getting a lot of offers and stuff like that, but I mean, we don't even, have a booking agent or anything, and I mean, one need to afford it as well,
Well, I think you need to put this record out.
First, yeah. And then also, I just see it more as a concert installation art thing, as we talked always about.
Of course. An event.
Yeah, an event.
Well, I think we could kick butt because we know enough people. That's not a problem.
Not like a sweaty press thing.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to invite you to sing at Glastonbury anymore.
Why not?
Because they're not going to invite me to play Glastonbury anymore because I invited you to sing. So it's a non-issue. I fixed that.
Yeah?
No, I don't know what they thought. I thought it was weird anyways. That's okay. I had Will with us.
You think so? Yeah. Who cares?
I don't care.
Yeah. I want to do a festival here one day, with the festival I was talking about.
That'd be good. See, I want to do a festival called Stairway to the Best Party in the Universe.
So
Where there we just take off.
Yeah.
You know what I was playing earlier that was weird? I was playing that Heaven's Gate guy. The cult guy with the bald head. Those guys that all killed themselves.
Okay.
You didn't see me playing that guy?
No.
Here, I'll put him on.
That crazy
I'll
Electric Tree.
I'll put him on for a second. Let me see if I got him someplace. What did I do with him?
Okay.
I had him here someplace. Where was he at? Maybe I can just add him. Let me see. We can just watch him for a minute, okay? Let's see if I get him going.
Okay.
Import media, and let me see what... God, this computer's going so slow. Let's see. It's thinking. It's thinking. There it goes. Here we go. Heavens. But you got to watch actually the... You got to watch the screen, I guess, you know.
I'll watch him.
Okay, it'll take a minute, remember, to catch back up. But
yeah, exactly. I haven't, refreshed for 2 hours, 4 hours.
Okay. Well, here it is. Let's see how this goes.
Classroom, or in old language, a couple thousand years ago, disciples. Those who are trying to prepare themselves for entry into the evolutionary level.
It's me.
Yeah, that space guy, like,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I saw it, yeah.
Yeah. I was playing him for a while, driving people crazy.
Mm-hmm.
People going, I don't like him.
Mm-hmm.
All right, this is boring.
Yeah, I mean, you think Jesus is boring?
Well, he's all like, if you gotta call him Jesus,
No.
then okay.
No.
A couple of those guys cut their wee-wees off. Let him. He cut his off, too.
Okay, so...
He was like a super gay guy, that didn't want to be gay, kind of.
Yeah, no, it's also kind of being like a Egyptian kind of...
Eunuch.
Yeah, either not a he or a she.
But there was also a group of people in Russia that used to do that. Men and women used to cut off their genitals.
Yeah, okay.
And up until the Stalin times, but they were like for like 100 years.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of people kept joining this like religious thing, where they had to be like with nothing. But
you wanna be able to pee, and also I think the more spiritual you become, the less you think about it. So
yeah, but those guys, he was just really weird because he's like really, I'm sure it was more of he was like a very strange one. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Like, there's more to it. He was like one of those people that are gay that really, wants to be spiritual and like has a big hang up with it. You know what I mean? So he's gonna like cut off his stuff.
This goes deeper. No, this is like
No. He's you can just tell by the way he is though. He's like really like he's almost lipsticky and going, yes, I'm this guy, and he cut off his parts. But the weird thing is like he got a couple of those people. They did the same thing. Like first they were taking pills, like that they give like child molesters. Those kind of pills that that stop you from having any sexual functions. But then, yeah, he's like, and if you really want to, you can go the extra real step, like me. And the UFO's coming, but to get into the UFO, you got to kill yourself. And then people are like, and they were all internet people. They were like a website. How cool would that have been? It's like designed by Heaven's Gate. Dead TV. They instead of Sega, it was just like Dead TV was by these guys. No, not that cool.
Yeah.
You get something to talk about. They had a big old house.
No.
They threw it all away. They missed all the good stuff too. I wonder how many years ago that was.
Just make sure when the flood comes to just run up to the mountains, you will be picked up by the dead boat.
By the dead boat when the flood comes.
Yeah, the ship.
Boy, I was thinking about that too. They have this little motorboat that I took out for my birthday.
Yeah?
But yeah, we went out for like 10 hours. We rented a little boat, and it was going like, with no license, it costs €300 to get a boat license.
Yeah.
But if you just get a little slow boat, they don't make you get a license.
Okay.
So it can only go under 5 kilometers an hour, or 5 kilometers.
Yeah.
So slow, 5 kilometers an hour, like 3.5 miles an hour, and we drove it to this Furstenberg, another city, through all the lakes. All the lakes are connected by canals.
Okay.
And rivers. You know, so you can go all the way to the ocean if you want. You go to Berlin, to the farm.
Yeah.
You know, I could get to the farm by boat. No problem. I could pull up right up to the door of the farm.
Yeah.
If you can believe that from here.
Yeah, it's really great.
Yeah, and I know how to do it too.
Okay.
So, like, I know, like, even if, like, the world was crazy and they shut down the road.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You would just say it.
But I could take it all the way to, like, I could take that all the way to Hamburg and then out to the ocean.
To me.
I could go anywhere, though, you know. I mean, I could take it all the way down the Danube and go the opposite direction to the Mediterranean. From right here. But,
here.
yeah, exactly. Mm-hmm. But I was thinking about it, like, well, I could fill up this little boat with gas, but you know how long it would take if you're just going to, plus, at that slow speed, you get on the ocean with those big waves and you'd be dead. But I was talking to Ollie about it. I was like, well, you could technically do it, Ollie, but boy, we'd have to, like, rip up the floor of this boat, and we'd have to put weights in the bottom, weight down the boat on one side, and then we'd have to tape plastic over the whole top of it almost.
Yeah.
Almost the whole thing, where all the gas is, everything would have to be taped.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Down.
Yeah.
Except for this little slot where we drove the boat from.
Yeah.
Or except when you're, like, laying down under this other area, maybe.
I mean, if you have a small sailboat that's strong enough, and you just, in the hood, you put, like, you know, those, what the fishermen used to hook the nets up?
Weights, yeah.
No, the balloons.
Yeah.
And put them on the front, and if it's a strong boat, and it doesn't break, even if the waves are like, you know, it would just like tick, 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 tick on the waves, and you just stay in that boat.
Yeah.
You know.
But there's probably way better ways to do it. You know, like, even if it was like the end of the world, you know, some of those fishing boats, all the diesel boats, it's like Norway is still going to be making oil no matter what. They know that. See, with all that shit. And they could be trading with everybody up there forever. Like, the whole rest of the shit could just go completely under, and those guys could just be like still running boats. You could run diesel no problem off of oil. You could run it off fish oil.
Yeah, you could.
You could run those diesel boats, so they could actually, literally, even if the sky went black for a year, they could still fish for cod off of Iceland and run the boats to fish for the cod.
Yeah.
It would be like, it would just be like fishing in the dark. It would be nothing to them.
Yeah.
And all the crabs and stuff, they would just keep doing it. Even if everything died, man, the crabs would still be eating that, and you could just eat those crabs for years.
Yeah, and you have rivers, high mountain rivers, you know, water coming out that is fresh, you know, even if you have acid rain coming down, like, you know, there are some water in the rocks, etc., you know.
Yeah, you'd be fine.
Yeah, at least what I know is don't hide in the ground when you're digging your own grave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what they say, right?
Yeah.
And they say in the Bible that people will be praying for the mountains to fall on top of them.
It also says in the Bible, go up to the mountains.
Yeah.
Yep.
There's no mountains right here. I'd have to go to Bavaria.
Oh, you have the Alps.
That's all towards Bavaria.
Yeah.
That's going to the Austrian Alps are the closest ones.
Mm-hmm.
But there's a little bit of that stuff. The very edge. The German Alps. Huh.
My father was telling me that our grand fathers, ancestors.
Oh well, wait. Let me interject something.
Huh?
3 weeks. Uli or something was telling me that like 3 weeks. Like they don't advertise this, but like 3 weeks without people monitoring the atomic plants, and they go into meltdown.
Yeah. Okay.
They start blowing up like worse than Chernobyl.
We don't have any here, so
Worse than Hiroshima, and there's like 65 of those things in France alone.
yeah, I know. They were thinking about taking them down after that.
Well, here in Germany, they're getting rid. Yeah, they're getting rid of them.
Yeah.
Japan says that they're going to get rid of theirs eventually.
Yeah, and what a disaster! All that nuclear thing, and people are crazy.
They don't even talk about that stuff.
Yeah.
They don't even talk about how serious that is. I was saying we were on the show, and I was talking about it for 1 second. I was like, well, I was watching it live on World Service on the internet, and when those things started blowing up one after another, I was like, that can't be good. I don't care what these guys are going to say next.
Well,
That ain't good. I don't care if they said it's just letting off steam or whatever they're lying about right now. I was like, this isn't good at all. This is really bad.
that is. Yeah.
We'll see. All right, I'm going to let you go.
We're sure that's.
I can't think of anything else to say. We talked for 2 hours.
I mean, it's been great.
Yeah.
Yeah. And you've been working hard today.
Well, just visiting.
But I mean, it takes a lot of energy to talk for one day. That's
Well, I talk a little bit sometimes.
you
I'm kind of glad. Sometimes I like to talk about what I know, and then other times,
I guess.
other times I don't want to get in that headspace. Some people don't want to hear it either when they know that I'm right.
Yeah.
They're like, they'll write me. A few people wrote me little notes. They're
I
like,
wish we had some people calling from Japan or something or Tibet or China even or something.
well, I think China might be regulated. The Chinese people, I had a Chinese record deal. The Chinese people don't have a problem with me. I'm usually pretty good about the politics with those guys compared to like. But I mean, if you go to Chinese YouTube, you can find all the Brian Jonestown Massacre stuff. The only ones that they don't allow for me, like I'm all over in China. There's even articles about me and stuff. I used to have a Chinese record deal.
Okay.
So they know about me in China. Like people that like went to college and stuff, that are into Western bands. They like my band. I've been invited to play and stuff. But what I want to say is that the only songs they don't let me have in that country are all the ones with my cuss word titles. No, seriously, they just think it's like, you know what I mean? They think it's like immature and, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
They're too serious.
No, they just think that there's no reason that I should be doing that.
Yeah.
But they're not going to censor my group.
I don't think we understand smoking acid anyway. So.
That's just the ones where I put like fuck words or anything with the writing.
Yeah.
They want, once they read that, the people that study English, they're like, this isn't necessary.
Yeah.
But besides that, they have no problem, and they sell my records. Even when they didn't sell Oasis or anything, my records were there because I signed a record deal in '97 for Chinese. I signed my Japanese deal with the Chinese label, Rock Records, so you could get all my stuff. And I knew people that were like missionaries and stuff, and they'd be in Beijing, and they'd be walking down the street, and there would be Brian Jonestown Massacre CDs for sale right on the street.
Yeah.
like just vendors, just with CD, like Madonna, and it'd be me.
Yeah, you were Madonna.
It was really weird. I don't think it was Madonna because I think they have a big. They really trip out also on the big stars. The shit that they put, like Lady Gaga's not welcome.
Right.
And they're not into the idea of her being a star.
Must be her.
Well, that was because she opened her mouth.
Yeah.
And she said that. But, you know, I've said stuff before publicly that I know for a fact, because I've done searches, you know, I can find Chinese articles on me. I've said stuff publicly even when I was going nuts back here when I was talking about China when it got really so hot. You know, there's a big thing I didn't show today about that missile that got fired off of California, right off of Catalina, out in the middle of nowhere. They don't even know where it came from. It just went straight up. And, like, people are speculating a small Chinese sub. They were doing a missile shield test to the Chinese missile shield test. I don't know if you guys out there in TV land have read this yet, but they were doing a missile shield test to defend China. And the way they tested it is they fired a missile from off of the U.S. coast towards China.
Mm.
Isn't that crazy? In international waters, but right off of California. So they were filming America, like it was on the news a little bit. There was a little blip about that.
Wow.
Just a missile just popped right out of the water and went shooting directly towards Asia. But it wasn't U.S., they said.
Okay.
And that they've claimed that, you know, see, you never know who's talking about this stuff. But they claim that, you know, that the U.S. is like, we don't know what it was. And then the news then said, oh, it was an airplane or something. Because people filmed it. People filmed the thing.
Right.
But then, so anyway, you know, I said a couple things about China with money. Like if America keeps printing money, you know, that the Chinese people should just charge $1 million for a straw.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like if your money's no good, if they keep just printing money, then they should just adjust the price of everything then. Just go, okay, well, if you guys, you know, keep trying to pay back your debt with fake money, then we're just going to charge more for our stuff.
Can you do this?
The question is would I want to?
Can you do this? Good.
I'm afraid to do that to my face, and I'll have some weird wrinkle there. I'm already old enough as it is. Am I older than you?
I did it before.
Am I older than you for a few months?
Yeah, a year.
Half a year?
Yeah, like 10 months, is it?
Oh yeah, I'm August.
Oh.
Oh well. See, I don't want to do that to my face. I'll do that when we're 50.
Okay.
All right, I'm gonna play some music.
You do that. It was very good talking.
Yeah.
And I'll see you soon.
All right. Bye, you guys.
Bye.
Will you be heading home soon or?
I don't know. I wanted to try and make something up. I want to make up some music.
Okay. Excellent. Good.
I just wanted to see how it would work if I was super tired.
Yeah.
Like late night
Yeah.
style instead of in the daytime style.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here.
See how it goes.
I'm just going to try for a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can make up a whole song. It takes me like an hour
Okay.
to like do something that didn't exist before. All right.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.
Bless.
Whoop. Let's see. That was the slowest. This thing is so weird. Let's see if this works. Let's see.